Hello, this is Mr. Molo for the lesson called Solving Systems of Linear Inequalities. So we've done this before in this chapter, just kind of putting a few things together, really just like last section almost. So the only difference is we're going to have two lines to solve this time. So we'll see here like this, the blue line here and the red line. So we're really just graphing two lines. And the only new thing about that is then they're going to ask us which part or what are the possible answers for both lines. And that's going to be this purple shaded region down here. So pink was the answer for the blue line. This light blue over here was the answer for the red line. And then purple was the answer for both. And it'll make more sense once we do one here in a second. You're going to have some on the homework that are like this. Let's say solve or tell whether yes or no. Say whether it is a solution. So if I have 4 and 5, is that a solution for this problem? Well, if I have 5 is less than or equal to 4 plus 2, or 4 plus 2 is 6. So yes, 5 is less than or equal to 6. And then kind of the same thing here, y, so 5 is greater than or equal to x minus 1. And again, x is 4. So yes, that is true. 4 minus 1 is 3, and 5 is greater than 3. So you still do have a couple problems like that, but most of the problems are going to be graphing problems. And they're going to look like this. So kind of the same thing here. So if I have y is greater than x minus 1, I'm going to get a dotted line here. And so I have minus 1 and my slope goes up. So I'm going to have a dotted line starting at that minus 1 there and going up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. So then I have a line that looks like that. Okay, so this will be that black line there. Okay, we'll do this top one in green here. And I have 2x plus 4. So I'm going to start at plus 4. And then my slope is up 2, right 1. So let's put some dots here so we don't get confused. So plus 4. And my graph should look like this. Okay. So then there's that graph. See if we can connect the dots here. Alright, and there we go. So those are my two lines there. Let's extend this out. So those are my two graphs. There's my green graph from on top, and my black line graph from on the bottom. Okay, and since this is less than 2x minus 1, that means everything, let's use some magic pen here. There's some highlighter actually. That means everything less than, so everything in this area, but everything greater than, so everything above that black line. So less than the green line because it's a less than sign, but greater than the black line because it's a greater than sign. So part of the homework is going to ask you to give 2 or 1 possible solutions to this problem. And when it says what are the possible solutions, that's everything in the middle here that makes things true. So you can pick any points you want. So some of you will have different answers here. So a point in the middle. So just pick any point you want in the middle. So 0, 0 looks like it's going to be one of those points in the middle. Something like 1, 1. That's also one of the points in the middle that's highlighted. So if it asks like what's a possible solution, you could say 0, 0, 1, 1, anything really in the middle. And then it'll ask what's not a solution, and then it's pretty much everything else that's not highlighted. All right, let's do another one here quick. This one's going to be a word problem, but pretty much the same thing. So Ben works at Ace Hardware for $8 an hour. He also mows lawns for $10 an hour. He would like to earn at least $120 per week, but wants to work no more than 20 hours a week. So this is kind of going back to some of those problems we had earlier in the chapter. About, two different, or the same story, but we have two different situations here. So first thing we need to do is write out our inequality. So he makes $8 an hour at one job, $10 an hour at the other job, and he wants to make at least $120. So that means he's 8x at one job plus 10y at the other job. At least needs to be $120. Oops, forgot my y. And then kind of the same thing with but he doesn't want to work more than 20 hours in a week. So his hours from his first job and his hours from his second job cannot be more than 20 hours a week. So then here's our equations. We would need him to say y equals, there it is, and then we would just graph it. And then we can come up with some possible solutions of how he can work less than 20 hours a week, but still make more than $120.